Hello Kitty Strats rock. Playing the mousetrap, it's not announced yet. Of course, Carter. I read comments. You're in Thomas, West Virginia? Thanks, Abel. Hey, Marie. Thanks, Matt. Sure is a sword. France? Thanks, Adam. What's up, Brandy? Dude, yeah, Sur is the shit. I do have to agree. They do make superior instruments. Please play Lobster Love. We got one of those that says the thing again and again. Put in timeout. Bum. He'll relax now. All right, first long set for me. Soon pray. What? Oh, thanks, Carter. Nice bend. Thank you. Do you know Django Reinhardt? I don't think it's spelled that way, but yes. Let's see. Hey, man, that screen mod. What? But yeah, I do know. Namaste, guys. Namaste. Yeah, Django? Sure. You want to hear Nuage? Thank you, Marie. What neck dimensions did I get on it? Whatever was in the store. I picked it off the wall. I didn't even ask what woods, what pickups. I just listened to like 5 of them and I was just like, that one. That's the way I buy guitars. Lenny bro. Matheny. Whew. Let's go. You know that's how much that sounds like Oh Susanna? Try not to hear that shit now. You know that Paul Wertico, the drummer from that album, played on like 3 of our albums, including the latest one, More Pinnacle, that is now on Spotify. Steve Rodby too. I used to be the biggest Matheny head. That's why I moved to Chicago to play with Paul. I was in his band for a while. Yeah, I bought this at CME. So, yeah, yesterday I had 9s on it, which they came with, which this came with, but I put 10s on with some high action. Whew, feels good. It's like, you know, it's like really get the string kind of like hanging off there. You really nice sustain, some good thickness, some girth. That's how you want it. Tell your keys man Danny that he's got a fan from Columbus. Oh, I will. don't. I'm not affiliated with CME. I just bought it there. Randy, see you. Augmented. That's the Wayne Cruncher. Eric, what's going on with you? Dude, I talk to Bruce now all the time. He's texting me ever since I started my rants. He likes the grumps, as he calls them. Um, Nothing drew me to Atelli specifically. I sold one of my guitars and I needed to turn the mic because I got like a 175 and I had a great D'Angelico that a student bought, like just a different arch top that was banging, but like I don't need two arch tops, so I just had all this money, and I was like, I'm not gonna like, you know, take this money and just put it in the bank. It was a guitar. I need to turn it to another guitar immediately. Um, so I just went to Chicago Music Exchange and just started pulling stuff off the wall. And one of my students worked there, and he let me like try all these guitars, and then he gave me that one. And I was just like, I was just trying all the sewer stuff because I pretty much know what I like. But I tried a bunch of stuff. I tried a bunch of PRSs too. Not my thing. Even though the Mark Lethierry guitar is a great guitar, but I'm just not gonna play a guitar with another man's name on it. That's just pathetic. Um, you know, it's like I also know Mark. It would be so weird. Just like show. It's like I love your guitar. I'm just playing your signature guitar. It'd just be weird to like come hang out and yeah, it's just bizarre. Anyways, so that was off the table, but it's a great guitar. If you guys are fans, you should definitely check out his PRS. That's a badass guitar. Um, but yeah, that one just was just so resonant and like spanky and cool. So it's just like immediately I was like, oh, that one's different. I played like 7 others that were like not doing it for me. Good day. Was that sound through amp or monitor? Amp. Thank you for sharing your opinion. I thought it was crazy. Yeah, do you still have the Tyler? Um, I do. I don't like it. I mean, it's like ever since the dude died too, it like went up like 3 grand in value. It's like the most expensive guitar I own now. Um, but I just don't play it. I don't like it. I don't know. It's just like it's kind of compared to a sewer. It's just kind of like a trashy guitar. Like it's just not. It doesn't stay in tune as well, and like it's very temperamental. Like weather affects it. It's just not solid, and there's like an airy quality to the sound too. It's like really scooped in a strange way. It's like a very high quality guitar, don't get me wrong, but like compared to the elite stuff, it's just I don't know, something about it just I don't like as much. I've tried the Mark Theory guitar as well. I agree, great guitar, but I would never buy one. Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's like that one's great. What's happening to that light? Huh. I see it in the picture. Time for a new light bulb over there. Yeah, you don't want another man's name on your guitar. That's crazy. Unless I ever have a signature, then it'll be cool. Trash is guys who Big Sigma. Have you ever played a Kaufman or Novo? No. That's a nice axe, brother. Thank you so much, Porch Swing Tunes. Is that the bridge pickup? Would love to hear the neck too. Yeah, the neck's cool. It's like I don't like it as much with like dirt. But like, well, now that I put thicker strings on, it probably can handle it better than it did yesterday. Let's hear it. Oh yeah, yeah. Pretty cool. Tellies are just fucking. Yeah, Tellies have a lot of mojo, I agree. Question, what do you think about using 2 amps to get a nice tone? You know, if you don't get a nice tone with one, then you're the problem. Chord melody stuff is so beautiful. Thank you. I like chord melody stuff too. Yeah, you know, it takes a long time to develop that shit to where it's like not just licks, not just harmony licks, and you actually play music, you know, with chords. You trust yourself to sort of like end up in different areas of the instrument. I'm just gonna shred, okay? Enough of that shit. I do want my classical guitar. I have an SM9 for content. I'm not impressed. Watching like gear bros, digital gear bros, talk about digital gear is like watching a bunch of virgins talking about pussy. It's just fucking crazy. What's this question? Um, Thanks, Joe. I had a guy take a picture of my pedal board the other night. It's kind of cool. Oh, yeah. Tone secrets. I love your streams. Thank you for taking the time to explain what you're doing. You're welcome. South. Anything? Yeah, we're coming to the South. We're playing a bunch of shows. Like the next tour in January is all South. Um, okay. In an older modal interchange video, you said F minor is functioning from F Dorian. Why is it not C minor for the four? What? If you're in C and you see an F minor, that's 4 minor. So if you're thinking about parallel harmony, what's up, David? How you doing? How you doing, French bro? So if you're, it's very important to kind of get your harmonic shit together, you know? So I would say if you are not really, if you're confused by that, there's probably a lot of stuff you don't understand about like modal interchange. So I'd just kind of like start from scratch on that topic. So the idea basically is that you have, let's see, I get that you're saying it's from E flat, but parallel pretty much. When you are looking at parallel keys, like just kind of like explaining the concept from scratch, it's not so obvious like what, how that whole thing happens, like, you know, what it is that you're doing when you're going there to get chords out of it, to expand your harmonic palette, right? So you have like the 7 diatonic chords that's come out of C, I'm sure you know that. And then the basic idea is that you're laying out all the other modes from the note C, right? So you have C Ionian, C Dorian, C Phrygian, and you can take their harmonies. So whatever 2 and 4 chords they have typically are the things that you're taking, because they are their subdominant functions. They're the sounds that don't have any avoid notes. Those are the only two modes of major scales that you could just use. There are other chords you can take, and you can take the entire harmonies from those scales, actually. You don't have to just take the 2 and 4 chords. But yeah, when you're borrowing from like the key of E flat, you're kind of temporarily there. I mean, that's the basic that's the basic idea. It's kind of like a temporary modulation. That's the way to think about it. Just play what you feel, man. Yeah, you can do that too. But it's not coming from Dorian, like it's F Dorian, but it's coming from parallel Aeolian, right, from the key of E flat, the 2 chord in E flat. So it's like thinking, in C minor for a moment. You can think about it like that, but I never think about minor keys. Like, to me, that's a convoluted way of thinking. Unless it's a very short kind of progression, just revolves around a minor chord. I was saying the cadence like Common Pop 4 1. Pat Martino? Yeah, I call that minor conversion therapy. So if I'm in a minor key, it depends. Like, if it's a tune like Autumn Leaves, that's like really technically in G minor, yeah, I think about that. It's like 2, 5, 1, 4, 7, 5 of 6, 6 in B flat. If it's like a minor blues, I would say like when it's a very simple progression that revolves around a minor chord, just going kind of like 1 minor, 4 minor, 5, then temporarily I'll think really in minor. But if it's in the context of moving harmony, it's almost always in relative major. Like if you think about tunes that start off really minory, like Body and Soul or something, they end up resolving to major. They end up like, coming back to that 1 chord. So it's a harmonic motion starting on the 2 chord or the 6 chord that's just cascading towards home. But yeah, when you're at a gig and you pick up the wrong guitar, yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we're playing in Austin in January. I like Eric, especially when he was dressed like the Little Prince in that little Starlix video. see a pipe? It's a finished basement. No Swifties. I put some 10s on. What sounds good on the blues? I don't know. Let's play a blues and find out. What? I'm missing a lot of shit. Loving the flow. Thank you. Heavy flow is what I say. Tension and release. Whoa, 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 whoa. Eric Gales. I mean, I don't know. He doesn't look that approachable, I gotta say. I don't know him, but would you consider an ashtray on the telly? No. George Benson was right when he said chromatics free up your playing. That's true. Love those phrases. Where are they mostly from? They're from my mind. Do some Watto knob. Yeah, that's good shit. Anyways, yeah, I did see Eric Gales play some cool stuff, I gotta say. So I'm not an anti-Eric Gales guy. Yeah, I don't care if he's nice either. Danny seems like a good guy. Nah, let's not get carried away here. Caged for adults. Yeah, that's pretty important stuff. I do it with the cage system. That is correct. Yeah, it's all cage stuff. I heard Marvin is not nice. We'll confirm in January. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. Not likable. I hear online people tell me often, daily actually, the least likable person. Alas. What's your biggest takeaway from how to hold your series with Brett? That it's not for me. But that was really good to discover because, like, before I did that stuff with Brett with the How to Holdsworth, every like 6 months I just go into an a-hole and just start practicing, like, Alan Holdsworth stuff. And after that, I never touched it again. It was healthy. It was like really like, it was a closure, for like that thing. Because it's like the music, I like the music. It would tempt me. I'd like listen to like Devil Take the Hindmost again. I'm just like, oh yeah, like, how do I integrate that? And then after that, it's just like, yeah, it's not for me. So that was really good. Let's see. Is there a book that changed the way you look at functional harmony? I didn't really do books. I'm not a big fan of books with music. I think it's a bad way to take it in. Let's see. I be like known a little. What's up, Rob? Yeah, I gave Brett one of those Hughes and Kettner amps. Brett's a great guy. Challenge: play a phrase with a backing track 4/4, then play the phrase on the one after that, and call out while improv any of the other beats, and play the phrase on 2, 3, and 4. Why would I do that? That's crazy. What do you think of bass players? They're essential workers. Danny is one of those players who doesn't need to learn other people's stuff to learn language. I do need to learn other people's stuff. I just don't think you learn it as well by, like, transcribing to that resolution. Like, you need to learn from your impressions of things, like the way people learn from records, which is, they kind of got it together. He can't read. I can read, just read badly. Let's see. Yeah. Mac the Knife is cool. I don't know the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song. No, it's hold through. I think. My problem with the hold through stuff is that the intervals are so wide that it just doesn't occur to me melodically. Like I don't actually kind of hear it in my mind's ear. And it's like the kind of thing that like I have to cram, like, you know, believe it or not, like, you know, all the shit I play, like obviously from use, not because like my internal singer would come up with it on its own, like, but it's sort of in a place where it's like I have this connection to it that it's not artificial. And like with the Holdsworth stuff, you know, it's kind of like you gotta put the things in your playing that you discover and excited about that kind of emerge out of your shit. And it's really cool to like find what other people are doing, but to cram it, to do those like reps with other people's shit, it's just, you know, it's kind of like this greedy approach to improvisation that's like very antithetical to the ethos of the thing, you know, because it's kind of like, it's hard to explain. Like there are certain licks, and I'm not against integrating other people's vocabulary into your playing, but it's kind of like you want to, or at least I think, you know, it's a subjective thing, but like I think you want to integrate the things that make sense to you into your playing. If that, like they're almost, they're in, you're just kind of helping them a little bit. Like if you're Like when I hear like a Joe Pass line that goes like like, to me that's like my mind can sort of understand it, and then I just kind of help it come into my playing, because aesthetically it's so like close to what I would already be using, but like some shit like that is just so far out that like I'd have to go through an entirely different process with it, and I'm like, I'm never willing to do that. um, can you do a standard? I need to practice. All right. uh, how do you make how to make a 251 sound natural? It's a really good exercise on phrasing I just learned about. Take the same phrase while improvising, mix it with other stuff, playing the same phrase on different beats. Oh yeah, no, I mean I can do that. It's um, I mean I feel like my kind of phrasing with the 16th note line flips around so much that like, I kind of touch these places intuitively, but like how to make a 251 sound natural. Have rhythmic ideas. I think that's the main thing. People kind of try to play the scales or like read lines that are voice led, but you have to just think about like how you would wish to play on a 251. Like that's the main thing. So like for I got you under my skin. That's like a line that study melodies. So like it's like it's active on the 2 5 do like learn from the melodies like that does like what that line does on a 251. And Fly Me to the Moon, it's like that's kind of like in a weird place in time, but I don't know if I think about like where 251 sit in standards, like do 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 de de bo de do de do de do de de bo be do de do de de do bo de do de de bo do de do bo bum do do de do do dance 251 da do do da boom bam. Right. So you just start with learning like how actual melodies are spaced on 251s, and everything else is an extension of that. Like if you don't build it on how melodies are situated on 251s, you're not going to learn how to play over 251s. You're just going to learn how to voice lead through changes. Play Yellow Submarine. It's unlikely. So yeah, like there are some diminished scale backing tracks where you play those weird sequences. Yeah, you don't want to just like, it's not just applying scales. Like that's obvious shit. Like yeah, you need to like change the scales or like, no substitutions and stuff like that. But there's plenty of people who can do all that and still sound like garbage. So, you know, like, you know, if you can't hum a rhythm that works through the changes, then you're really in trouble. Like, you know, if you take like a standard, a great way to test yourself, like how far are you, is if you can comp and sing rhythms, right? Like, and that makes sense on the whole chorus, like dee da dee bo, dee da dee da dee da dee dum. Da 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 bo dee da da dee dum. Si da dee bo da da dee da dee la do dee do dum. Dee da dee da dee da 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 dee da do 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 bam. Bo be dee do do be do dal do dee do dee bo do 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 dee 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 do ko do dee do. Bo do 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 dee do 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 dee do bo do 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 sh do 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 do. Bo do do dee do dee do do dee ba ba do 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 da 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 so if you can't sing anything over the changes, then a lot of SAT 12 is really focusing on harmony, but the harmony won't help. You know, it's just it's you can play one note or a major scale and it's gonna kind of work. Like, you gotta get in the better ballpark with it, which is how to spatially how to spatially use it. And then, you know, the note information becomes automatic. Your fingers just kind of go for the notes after a while, but you want to consciously think about the rhythms. So, like, if I'm playing like this, right? Yeah, play Thunderstruck. I do love that. I'm not gonna play Thunderstruck though. I don't know it. That's all right. I got it. What percentage of your students want to learn traditional jazz as opposed to jazz fusion? Um, it's a good question. I feel like a lot of my students at this point just kind of want to learn concepts that they see on my Patreon, honestly, and just want to. I feel like my private students are not really learning a style of music. They just come to me to get unstuck, if that makes sense. I feel like I'm pretty good at seeing what people's problems are and trying to give them what I think they need at the moment. Um, so, yeah. Any updates on a new album? We're going to record it soon. Uh, Damn. Sorry to disappoint Super Chat, but I just don't know it. I learned John Scofield's solo on Autumn Leaves. I don't understand at all what he was thinking. I should just quit jazz, maybe. That's always a good idea. Quitting is always the best option. If you can't, though, you have to get good. Um, yeah. Alrighty, guys. See you